I'm John Donovan. The Bluebirds travel with a bit of desperation, but of course with optimism, such as the life of a football fan, particularly a Cardiff City football fan. It's been a little bit rinse and repeat for the first three games under Sabri Lamouchi. Some good football played at times, some things to work on, some positives, a lot of effort, but no points and very few goals. That needs to change, and it needs to start changing quickly. The manager was very honest in his press conference after the game on Saturday against Middlesbrough, recognising that Michael Carrick's team are a little bit out of the league of Cardiff City at the moment, and probably literally as of next season. Middlesbrough were very impressive, but the manager felt that this was a game against the team tonight in Birmingham City more akin to Cardiff City, and again therefore a game that Cardiff City may be able to take points from. We're looking perhaps for a 4-point week with Reading to come on Friday, but first things first, it's Birmingham tonight at St Andrews. And once more, over my left shoulder, Cardiff City will be backed by over 750 fanatical fans who have made the trip to St Andrews to will their team on. 15 cup finals left, points are needed. The squad has been rotated once more, 4 changes tonight, we'll get to that in a moment, and a new addition on the bench, Connor Wickham, wearing the number 31 shirt. But it's no easy task against Birmingham, a resurgent Birmingham side who have won their last 2 games, beating Swansea City 4-3 and very impressively winning on Friday night against West Bromwich Albion, a 2-0 victory. They currently sit in 17th spot ahead of the Bluebirds, who are in 21st. They are 9 points ahead of the Bluebirds. How handy would it be for Cardiff to win tonight and perhaps draw Birmingham just a little bit closer, only 6 points away from the Bluebirds. Of course, the relegation battle got a little bit more interesting yesterday, with a certain Mr. Neil Warnock taking occupancy of the dugout at Huddersfield. So it's all fun and games as we approach the run-in to the end of the season. We're going to hear from the manager and a player very shortly, but let's get to the all-important team news. And as I say, it's changes for Cardiff City, a change in shape to wing-backs, and also 4 changes in personnel tonight. So the Bluebirds line up in full. Ryan Alsop is the goalkeeper, 3 centre-halves. Perry Ng returns to play, we think, on the right side. Mark McGuinness and Cedric Kipre keep their place. Marlon Romeo will play from right wing-back, Callum O'Dowda from the left. Romain Sawyers will hold the middle of the park, as he's done well for the last 3 games under Sabri Lamouchi. He seems to be a first choice for the new manager. 2 pressing midfielders in front, Ryan Winclaw and Andy Rinomhota, who brought energy when he came off the bench on the weekend against Middlesbrough. And up top, well, there's certainly height, there's certainly physicality, and there's mobility as well, as Sori Kaba and Keona Tet are paired for the first time from the start, but they did have 20 minutes together against Hull City, where they were quite impressive. On the bench for the Bluebirds this evening, Jack Anick is the reserve goalkeeper. Then you have club captain Joe Rawls, Shea Ojo, Jaden Philogene, Jack Simpson, Callum Robinson, and of course Connor Wickham, whose signing was announced a little earlier today. Birmingham have only made 1 change to the team that beat West Brom on Friday night. Harley Dean comes back in. They play a 4-4-2 formation, and as I say, they are running with a lot of confidence at the moment. Players to look out for, well, former Bluebird Dion Sanderson is in the back line, playing alongside Harley Dean. Scott Hogan, the former Aston Villa and Brentford striker, has 10 goals, so he's the marksman Cardiff City have to look out for. And Manchester United loanee Hannibal Mabry is the key man, particularly after Friday night, where he scored 1 and made 1 against West Brom. He'll look to take control of that midfield, and Cardiff need to keep a close eye on him. Sabri Lamouchi will be keeping a close eye on everything. He hopes for his first points as Cardiff City manager tonight. We spoke to him and a Cardiff City player on arrival.
Sabri, it's a tough test at Birmingham today, but you've picked a very strong team. Why did you pick the team you've selected?
Absolutely tough game. We were expecting aggression, long ball, second ball, like West Brom. West Brom suffered a lot a few days ago. Here was a tough game for them as well. So we just put more balance in our team and try to disturb them the best we can.
There's a huge demand, obviously, 3 games in 6 days. Did that come into your consideration too?
Even that, of course. 6 days in 3 games in 6 days. A lot of energy for the body, for the players, but we are here to do our best and to come back at home with some point.
And there's a new face in your squad today, Connor Wickham. I know you've seen a lot of him on the training pitch. What do you feel like he can offer to your team?
Experience. Experience in this league. Big guy, strong. But we need everyone. We need quantity, we need quality, we need to be focused game after game, and we will see what we do tonight.
And like we said, there's another big game coming out Friday. It's all coming thick and fast, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm focused on this one, and this one would be very tough and poor pitch. So we know which kind of game we will expecting tonight, and will be really tough.
Welcome to Cardiff City Football Club. Can you tell us a little bit about how the move came around?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a process, but I spent a bit of time with the fitness coaches last week, and then obviously the new manager came in, and it kind of progressed quite quickly from there. So it was a move that I was excited about. It's a big club, and obviously we're in a position where I can come in and hopefully make a difference. So yes, it's a good one.
You had a decent record at Forest Green earlier in the season. I can imagine you want to get firing straight away and try and continue that run.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Staying on the run, as you said, and you know, on a personal level, it's good to be back fit and scoring goals, and you know, proving a few people wrong. Coming in here, you know, if I carry it on, then it's going to be great, and hopefully it'll lift the team, and we can, you know, start getting back up the table.
You're an experienced pro. Do you feel like you've got something to prove at this level?
No, not really. I feel like I've been in the game long enough. You know, there's people that know exactly what I can do. You know, that's why I'm here, and then I spoke to the manager quite a bit. So, you know, I know my own ability, so that's kind of all that matters to me. And you know, I'll come in and hopefully show people exactly what that is.
What about the squad? Do you know any of them from previous teams?
A couple, yeah. I knew Jack Annick. So, yeah, there is an experienced group in there. Obviously, a lot of young players as well, but there's a lot of footballing experience in there. So, you know, once we start to click, hopefully soon, you know, we start making the progress that we all want.
You've trained with the players now. You've seen the attacking ability we've got. What do you feel like you can add to that?
Hopefully goals. You know, I've watched a couple of games, the latest ones. They create a lot of chances. You know, it's just that final product in the box and in the final third. So if we keep, you know, playing how we are and we create a lot of chances, hopefully once one comes, the momentum will then carry on, and we just keep scoring and scoring.
It's a huge week, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a busy week. You know, 3 games in 6 days is not easy for any team, but you know, it's a chance for us to pick up points quickly and build momentum in the space of 6 days. So it starts tonight. We go again, and you know, hopefully today we'll get a result, and it'll take us into Friday.
Do you have a message for the Cardiff City supporters?
I'm glad to be here, and I'll give everything for the shirt every time I get on the pitch. So hopefully, if I bring goals, it'll bring happiness. So good.
Good evening, welcome to Cardiff City TV. Harris! What a finish, what a goal! Dangerous cross on the skate, hit it down, good save from Olsen.
Good evening from St Andrews. Welcome to Matchday Live, courtesy of Cardiff City TV. John Donovan, along with Sam Roberts, on this reasonably chilly Tuesday evening in the second city. They're watering the pitch. It doesn't need it. It's quite bare in places. If you're seeing the pictures on the screen, if you're listening on audio, trust me, it's quite bare in places. But it's the same for both sides, and Cardiff City need some points, and they need them quickly. Sabri Lamouchi mentioned after the game against Middlesbrough on Saturday that perhaps Middlesbrough were a step too far, a team that will shortly be out of Cardiff City's league. Birmingham City represent far more of a equitable contest, a game that Cardiff City certainly should be targeting for points. The two teams are just coming out of the tunnel away to our right. Birmingham City in their blue shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Cardiff City in their changed away kit of grey shirts, black shorts and grey socks. And we will get to the all-important team news. And for Cardiff City, it looks like both a change of shape and numerous personnel changes, 4 in total. The Bluebirds are lining up with a wing-back formation, we believe, and they have Ryan Alsop in goal. Perry Ng comes back into a 3-man central defence from right to left. Perry Ng, Cedric Kitbray and Mark McGuinness. Callum O'Dowda, we think, will play from the left wing-back berth. Marlon Romeo from the right. Romain Sawyers will hold the middle of the park with 2 pressing midfielders in front, Ryan Wintle and Andy Rinamotta, with Sori Kaba partnered by Keon Atet tonight in attack. Cardiff maybe looking to go a little bit more direct, contest and win second ball. On the bench for the Bluebirds this evening, Jack Annick, Joe Rawls, Shay Ojo, Jaden Philogene, Jack Simpson, Callum Robinson, and perhaps making his Cardiff City debut this evening, our new number 31. His signing was announced earlier today. He's straight in the squad. You saw him in the pre-match interview if you were watching our coverage. Connor Wickham makes his first appearance in a Cardiff City match day squad. For Birmingham, well, they're coming off the back of a very impressive 2-0 win against West Brom on Friday night. They show one change to that lineup, lining up in a 4-4-2. It's John Ruddy in goal from right to left along the back. Maxime Collin, former Bluebird loanee Dion Sanderson. Harley Dean is the player that comes back in. And left back is Austin Trusty. A very impressive and talented 2-man midfield. Hannibal Mabry on loan from Manchester United. He was exceptional against West Ham on Friday night. And Derby County loanee Christian Bielik would probably be playing at a higher level if it weren't for a series of injuries. On the left flank will be Leandro's brother, Janino Bakuna. On the right, Taith Chong. And up top, Scott Hogan and Lucas Jukovic. The scene is set. I'm not sure whether we're getting a moment of reflection tonight for the victims of the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. If we do, we will pause, but bringing in my colleague Sam Roberts for the first time. Sam, this is a game that Cardiff would, albeit difficult, target for points.
Well, there we go. There's microphone. Hello. Yes, absolutely, John. And as you say, it's a tough ask today. The pitch out there is looking bare. It's going to be a big battle out there, and I think that's exactly what Sabri set out to do with its starting the lineup. 2 big players in attack, and then Connor Wickham off the bench. We've got to be aiming for points very, very soon, as we said the last time I joined you on commentary, and hopefully we're looking at that this week, because the reality is Birmingham City away, Reading at home. Their team's not too far away from us in the league. There's a lot bigger games and a lot tougher games ahead, so we've got to be targeting certain games for points, and that has to come today, and that has to come Friday.
Birmingham will kick off playing from left to right. Both sets of players take the knee, stand in solidarity, applauding. And we will shortly be underway. Thankfully, we have some big monitors above us, because if you've ever been to St Andrews in the main stand, since we may lose the ball at times, but we're underway as Birmingham go long into the left-hand attacking channel. It's